distinguishes it from all the other art forms?
Well, we do expressive art, which means it's not based on skills like making a face look like the person or how do you draw, depth of field. It's really expressive art. So our definition of drawing is energy made visible through marks on paper. And the piece of art you end up with is more a souvenir of the experience than necessarily an art object in and of itself. So it's something anyone can do. We really believe that creativity is way too important to be left to the experts. And that art is everyone's birthright. And 2-year-olds, you hand them a crayon, they go, it's a horse. And even if it doesn't look like a horse, they know what it is and they love doing it. Most of us have gotten talked out of that, and we feel like we've been robbed. You need to go back to that. So sometimes expressing that energy can really be helpful for sort of getting something that's in here out on a page where you can look at it and deal with it. Some people just come to play. It really is, we have a process that has an intentional piece, and there's also a writing piece that goes with it, a kind of journaling piece about what you've done. But the intention is really the important part, so you can bring to it whatever you've got. You can use it for whatever you want. The most important difference between Open Studio Project and almost any other art class we know about is that it's totally without criticism or comment. So people are, not only is it a safe space, but it's also people are free to sort of do what they want to do without interference for anyone else.
And like you said, we were also talking earlier about the art map, where we had groups of people coming together to do mosaics and tiles.
And because everyone comes to a class together, it sort of forms a community even though everyone's doing their individual expression. Over the summer, we did a mural project which is on the south side of Main Street between the CTA and the Metro station right there at Main. Right. And we had over 200 people work on that. We made tiles in the shape of map pieces, and from 2 years old all the way up to senior citizen Main Street merchants, some people from social service agencies that we partner with, all came and made the maps. And there's also a set of paintings that were actually produced in our workshops, and then we kind of reproduced them large for the wall.
One thing that I find really awesome is that you have 2-year-olds and 80-year-olds all in the same space, because usually you put children together, let them create, and older people, but I love the idea that you merged all these different age groups.
And we do have it segmented some. We have but the interesting thing is, for example, with the little kids under 5, there's not a writing piece for that, but actually a lot of that is they're there with a parent or a special adult in their life. A lot of that is not so much teaching the kids the art, but teaching the adults how to be an assistance to the creative process without interfering.
That's cool.
So we're talking about this ability to empower at whatever age, and then we're talking about now this idea of finding you, of finding all of you. This idea of destination. I mean, how, I would like to know about that. On the Open Art Studio, this type of project, or how maybe if I'm in a neighborhood, how do I find out that maybe I could do this and maybe still make dinner at Va Pensiero, or